Happy New Year, everybody, and welcome back to Certified Collectibles. This is another episode of First Appearance of the Week. This is Wednesday, January 1st, 2025. We'll be giving you all the first appearance in your comic shops today. Now this week, super light week for you guys. Historically, the last week of the year, always very light on the release schedule, and this year is no different. We only have one first appearance, 4 honorable mentions, so only 5 titles all to go through, but there's definitely some books in there to consider for your collection. So let's go ahead and get started for the first appearance of the week, beginning January 3rd, 2025. First up from Marvel Comics, Cable Love and Chrome #1. This features a possible first appearance of Avery Ryder, a woman infected with the same techno-organic virus as Cable. Now, since this is the possible first appearance, you definitely want to get confirmation that this is indeed the first full appearance of this character before you pick this one up. If you do get confirmation that this here is the first full appearance of Avery Ryder, then this is one you probably want to pick up for your collection. We always recommend picking up the first appearance of new characters in Marvel titles, and Cable does have a big fan base and big collector base, so the fact that this is introducing a female character, Avery Ryder, with the same techno-organic virus as Cable, this one here may be worth picking up. Like I said, typically worth picking up the first appearance in Marvel titles, so go ahead and grab this one here for your collection. And now for the honorable mentions. From DC Comics, Absolute Superman #3. This features the origin of the L family and Krypton. Now every week one of these Absolute titles hits the list, and these are books you definitely want to pick up for your collection. This here's Absolute Superman #3. As we mentioned last week, Absolute Batman #123, Superman 123, and Wonder Woman 123. They've all gone back from multiple printings. You definitely don't want to miss the first issues of these Absolute series. Definitely focus on Absolute Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, but these are books you don't want to miss. You know, for the cover price, $2 or $3, they're definitely worth picking up and hanging on to. This one here does feature the origin of the L family and Krypton. Don't really know how important that origin story is going to be, or the origin of Krypton, but like I said, you don't want to miss out on this Absolute series. So go ahead and grab this one here for your collection. Next up from Marvel Comics, Deadpool Wolverine #1. This is the premiere issue of this new ongoing series. Now we put this one on the list because Deadpool Wolverine, this team up, incredibly popular, mostly because of the feature film, but you know, the Deadpool Wolverine team up, incredibly popular with fans and collectors. This here is a premiere issue, one you probably don't want to miss out on. Now this is definitely going to be a little more speculative, but for $3 or $4, the risk is probably worth the reward on these. You don't want to miss out on these at the cover price, have to chase them down years later for a lot more money when you had the opportunity to grab it for $3 or $4. So in our opinion, a great spec. Grab this here for a spec if you can. Next up from Marvel Comics, Ultimates #8. This introduces the Ultimate Guardians of the Galaxy, Captain Marvel, Star-Lord, Cosmo, and Ultimate Nullifier. Now the Ultimate series, just as popular or more popular than the Absolute series from DC Comics. You don't want to miss out on these Ultimate series when they introduce new teams. This here does introduce the new Ultimate Guardians of the Galaxy team. These are existing characters, so this is definitely not first appearance of these characters, but this here is the first appearance of this new Ultimate team of Guardians of the Galaxy. In our opinion, this is worth picking up. It will be a little bit more speculative, because you are specking on this Ultimate Guardians of the Galaxy being a little more important in the future. But like I said before, you know, for $3 or $4, the risk is probably worth the reward on these Marvel titles. So grab this for a spec if you can. If you can't, put in your B-list and take a look at it later on. And finally from Boom Comics, When I Lay My Vengeance Upon Thee #1. A disgraced priest is exiled to a South American town to study under a controversial exorcist, only to find the area plagued with evil with some connection to a coma patient who hasn't aged in half a century. Now, put this on the list because this sounds easily translatable to a small screen, big screen project, and you know, Boom Comics has had a lot of their titles picked up an option in the past. And like we always remind you guys pretty much every week, these titles actually don't have to make it to the screen. Just being option alone is enough to drive collector interest back to the market to try to find these issues. This is definitely going to be speculative because you are specking on this hitting the screen, get a lot more eyes on this title, and getting collectors raced back to the secondary market to get this book. But you know, for $3 or $4, probably worth a spec in our opinion. Grab this here for a spec if you can. If you can't, put in your B-list, but definitely keep an eye on this one. So there you have the 5 titles we have for you guys this week. Super light week, but there's definitely books in there you guys should pick up for your collection. So please feel free to drop some comments in the comment section below. Thumbs up if you like this video. And as always, please remember to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thank you for joining us here at Certified Collectibles, and we'll see you again next time.